Hello, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood INFP, and today, we are going to talk about what MBTI and other personality profiles, but specifically MBTI, but it can be put on things like Enneagram and all those other personality things. Essentially, what MBTI is and what MBTI is not. Now, coming into any fandom or group or system, you're going to come across hierarchies. You're going to come across opinions. You're going to come across stereotypes. Now, some of these things are either going to be mostly opinion based, or some of them are going to be like a little bit more stereotype based, and then some of them are going to be a little bit more detailed. So, for example, in anime fandoms, a lot of it are opinion pieces of people, what they think of certain characters, why they think this. It is their own personal opinion. Then, of course, you've got stuff on the other side where it comes across in like the personality thing, where a lot of stereotypes can come in. And then, of course, there's like the detailed kind of stuff. And then, of course, there is the hierarchy into whoever has the correct opinion is, that's where the list begins. And in MBTI, that hierarchy goes a little bit something like thinkers are at the top because thinkers are the best, and if they are intuitive thinkers, they are even better than everybody else. So that means ENTJs, INTJs, INTPs, and ENTPs are kind of at the top of the hierarchy. Then, of course, you've got after them, you've got the sensor thinkers, who are like the next best thing. So that would be the ISTJ, ISTP, ESTP, ESTJ, etc. Then after those thinkers, you then start coming into the feelers, and it kind of goes, this is where it kind of gets mixed up, because it'll go something like, when it comes to the feelers, if I have the hierarchy placed correctly, it goes something like ENFPs, ENFJs, INFJs are the best. And then it's ESFJs, ISFJs, ISFPs, and then finally INFPs. Usually INFPs are generally somewhere at the bottom, due to stereotypes and other whatevers. And this is a problem, mostly because it causes a lot of misinformation. It causes a lot of inaccurate stereotypes, which I have talked about before, and it has created a sense of privilege and entitlement of, oh, I'm better than, self-righteousness. And it would be the more correct term to go about it, where it's like, oh, I'm an ENTJ, so I'm automatically better than all of y'all. And then you got the INTJs, like, actually, no, INTJs are totally the best out of everybody, okay? Like, if you're not an INTJ, you're below me. Now, of course, it's not going to be that dramatic, but they will generally debate their case, and I'm not, their roast will come. Don't worry about it. I will be roasting every single one of the MBTI types with accurate roasts and information to put into those roasts to a point. Of course, I'm going to play off of some stereotypes, but anyways, I digress. The problem comes when you begin to ostracize people, attack people, be mean to people, put down people, and this is where we come to the crux of the video, the point of this video. MBTI, what MBTI is supposed to be, is finding an understanding of yourself and understanding of other people, and helping them where they're weak, and them helping you where you're weak, or just like understanding why it is they do the things that they do, so that you can let bygones be bygones and you can reach a true level of tolerance. But as one person recently said, humans are horrible people. So, of course, we can't have nice things. But I digress. If you are in the MBTI community, if you are part of a system, of the typology system, the goal is not to look down on others. It is to understand how they act, how they go about their life, what their personality is like, why their personality is like that, and to respect it and even help them out or like come to a kind of proper understanding of it. What MBTI is not, however, is being condescending, looking down upon, mocking, causing fights, being, I guess you could say, discriminatory towards certain types. It's not a system where you build this hierarchy as to who's better than who. And even if there was that kind of hierarchy, just hypothetically speaking, even if that did exist, then it is at that point your job to help those underneath you reach a higher spot. If you are, quote unquote, a leader or somebody who is at the top, a good leader, if you want to call yourself that, or a good person at the top, if you desire to see yourself as such, your goal then is to sacrifice yourself for those beneath you, at least to a point. Not like, fully. When I say sacrifice yourself, I mean in the sense of not getting them to sacrifice themselves for you, but you to step out and help guide them to a higher spot, to a higher understanding, to a different understanding. Now, some people are stuck in their ways and they won't change, and, people are people, but my point is that there is this, like, we've talked about it before, like the intuitive bias, the thinking bias, the intuitives are better than sensors and thinkers are better than feelers, which at the end of the day, MBTI had not designed it to be that way. It was just a way to explain why you were like one thing and not another. And it is also why a lot of people misinterpret MBTI because of people like that. So do not use this system as a way to look down on others. It was never made for that. It was never made for you to fight others as to why your personality is better than their personality. Now, that isn't to say you can't make jokes about how their personality actually acts. That isn't a thing to say that you can't, have fun with it and like learn off of each other and grow as human beings, which is ultimately the entire goal. But do not use it as a way to insult and diminish people. I do not think it was ever designed for that. And that, along with all the stereotypes, is generally what is going to lead to a lot of misinformation, a lot of people going, I don't know if I want to deal with that, because if we are, as we say, people of the typology circles, our goal is I would say our goal is not to hate, because our goal is to understand, and for some of us even show loving kindness. So I would say everybody should show loving kindness just because, but of course there's going to be points where emotions are a thing, negative and positive, but we're not talking about that. The point I'm trying to say is that you should use it to help benefit both yourself and other people in their personal walk in life, and not be a you are beneath me type of mentality. So yeah, that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. And just keep in mind, MBTI is a system that helps you understand why you do the things you do in life and why others do the things that they do in life, and how those systems, like how they act within certain systems of how they've grown up. It is a very complex thing once you fully dive into it, but it's not one of those things where you should go and hate each other. That I don't think that's the point in any personality thing, and it's definitely not the point with MBTI. And if you are using it to do that, shame on you. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.